Nah, I mean, give everybody a chance to get in here.
We live.
Yeah.
I can see me. I gotta go. I see. I'm on a delay.
I'm on the spotlight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good one though.
Yeah, it drove me crazy though.
Yeah, but damn, it was winnable. We could have won it.
We're making it hard on ourselves.
Huh?
So he's making it hard on ourselves.
Yeah, that was all us. That was us. That was that was us. But I take a lot away from that game. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
A lot to work on.
Yeah, plus two, keep me up on if people come in, like how many, because I can't see it.
Oh, yeah, it's only like one.
I know that's you, but I thought I did hit the thing for me.
No, it says 3, but like I said, it's probably one.
Okay.
Give everybody like 5 more minutes, then we just do it as usual.
Yeah. Sitting here with my cold beverage.
We at 5. Let us know you in here when you get in here. Once I see like 3, we good. We gonna start.
Oh man.
The ref cheated.
No, yeah. I mean, there was some questionable calls.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
No, there was definitely some questionable calls.
Adams had Hartenstein. I mean, Hartenstein got to be better, got to be stronger doing big man stuff, but it was too much. Refs, like, I don't know. Adams had him like in a headlock, in the arm lock.
Yeah, but see, Josh shouldn't be able to, even with him, he shouldn't be able to command those calls yet. Yeah, I know he's the next up and coming thing, and the league want to protect him. You know, I guess they have this Ja Morant, Luka Doncic showdown.
I mean, it wasn't really him. He wasn't getting away. He was doing what he was supposed to do.
No, I mean, some of them fouls. I mean, they gave him one, the Brunson one, so that evened it out a little bit. But you know, some of the little ticky-tack fouls, anticipating him getting hit. You know, but that's how the league is. They zero in on a few stars, and then that, you know, then you got to suffer through it. But, you know, all in all, good game though.
Yeah, I mean, let's get into it. We got 5 people in here.
All right. So,
you know what I mean, put a coffee mug in the chat, or put a, put a Hennessy cup in the chat. But
right, so let's just
hit
set
the
it
like
up.
button hit the like button on your way in.
And hit the subscribe button on your way out. Yeah, so this is Knicks Morning Coffee at Night. So yeah, let's just jump into it, man, because first we know, like, this is the first home game of the season, Knicks versus Memphis. We lost 115-112. Not bad from the way we started. So I'm like, and I told you halftime, I said, damn, we're gonna win this game. You know, just by the way that I knew that I figure RJ and Randall would both get going, and I knew that they both couldn't stay like that. And that cold start, you know, and when we made up for that cold shooting start. But I mean, RJ got to come better.
I mean, look, I think we was making it hard on ourselves. Like a lot of the things we was doing in the preseason, and a lot of things we was talking about in the show or as fans, they wasn't doing. If Hartenstein is a step outside center that could shoot, and he's wide open, why is he not pulling it? Fournier, same thing, same struggles. He's trying to be the Mamba. You know what I mean? And we don't need him to be that. We just need him to, you know, take a step back and shoot it.
Yeah,
like little things like that. Like we just making it hard on ourselves.
Well, yeah, that's why sometimes too much get made of certain players, because they have this young kid that started today, and he just knocking threes down like it ain't nothing. So sometimes you just got to sit back there and play your role, and that's what we're talking about with Fournier. It's good that he got other skills, but it's nice if just put him in the corner or put him out there and let him shoot.
Yeah,
let him knock it down, because we need that extra element, and he is still our best shooter right now. and we need that from him. And that RJ in the beginning he missed those open corner threes all by himself like that. We can't come out like that. Can't put the
Yeah, that
pressure
can't
on us.
happen. Now I
Yeah.
don't know. Like preseason looked like we was doing our thing. You know what I mean? The game came easy, but then all of a sudden we get into the regulars. It's like a deer in headlights. You know what I mean? Like it's.
I mean, the one thing to their credit, Memphis was known as a good home team, one of the best home teams in the league last year. So, but when you got a chance to win, yeah, salute, yeah, good, a man is in here. When you got a chance to win, then you got to try to seize that moment. And the way that we came out, we didn't come out like a first game, even though it was on the road. A first game energy. We didn't come out with that type of enthusiasm.
Yeah, almost like they knew what they was getting into and they wasn't ready for. Like Draymond Green came up and punched one of them in the face.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. That start had me. That start was messing with my head, but I knew they would come out of it.
Killer Cam. We gonna get the Killer Cam. You know what I mean? We ain't forget about him. Yeah, he was different.
Well, one of the questions we're gonna ask was who stood out.
Yeah.
And really in that first quarter, it was Cam that kept us alive. He kept us afloat in that first quarter.
Yeah, because he was pushing the tempo. He was trying to get to the hole, doing the little things. Remember I said, Obi gets out there and he tries to, get the loose balls and the rebounds and try to stay on top of everything. That's what Reddish was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To try to get in the game. And it's funny because they kept putting the camera on Quentin Grimes.
I know,
every time
right?
he did something good.
That was funny.
Now you're going to lose that spot.
Nah, he ain't going to lose it. But every time Cam did something, the camera went right to Grimes. And Reddish is letting you know, I'm playing. Y'all going to play me. That was nice, though. We needed that.
Yeah, everybody's ready to throw him away. But you know what it is? When you're not getting that availability and see everything, it's hard for you to justify why you need to be on the court because you can even see with Hartenstein and a couple players they'll just overlook Reddish. You know what I mean on the court, like he hasn't been in the rotation. Like let these guys just do it. But I was like disappointed in Brunson. You know what I mean? RJ, Randall, like to have Derrick Rose have to come out there and probably set the mood and set the tempo. That was driving me crazy.
Yeah, but I told you, you got to take Randall out of that, though. Randall, he had his moment.
Yeah, but Randall is just the right time at the right moment. Like, you're going to get those passes because there's nobody else we giving it to or nobody else doing anything. So, of course, you're going to get those assists and those points and, you know what I mean, those rebounds. And rebounds, you was going to get because Hartenstein looked like he couldn't buy a rebound. He got two good ones in the beginning of the game, and then it was like hard as hell for him to get one. He just smacked the ball. Like the ball hit his hand, and he don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, but his game gonna pick up because his energy level is off the chain, and we need that from him. So that's gonna pick up for us. Mm-hmm. We just need guys like Obi and RJ and IQ. I don't know what happened to IQ. We're talking about who stood out. What happened to IQ today?
I don't know. Like
that, yeah.
Like, what was the game plan? I know that was one of the things that you was going to ask. The game plan just wasn't there to me. Like the defensive assignments, the offensive assignments, I don't know what they were trying to run. That's the thing that was bothering me. So even though we came through in the clutch, we got to thank Reddish for that. I want to say D Rose for turning up the tempo.
Yeah, and
setting the tone.
But you trying to leave him out. You can't leave Randall out. You can't leave him out that third quarter because one of our keys.
I know. I'm not saying I ain't leaving him out, but it wasn't an impact. You know,
no, it wasn't an impact, but it was like he had his moment. He had that moment where even though he already still had like 16, 17 points, he had that moment where, and I'm not on Randall tip, but let's just say that Randall did have that moment when he got the ball. He was making his presence felt, and it should have kept going. When he went out at the end of the third, he should have really came right back in, even though we started moving things in that direction. And anytime you can do stuff with your bench, you love that. But you still want to be able to set that establishment. And we give RJ credit for his second half defense on Morant. You know, we giving him that.
Right.
You know, but even going to the hole, RJ got to realize one of his things he wanted to work on was finishing at the rim. And he has to realize when you're going through a crowd, going to the hole, you know you're going left, that's fine. But you gotta understand that there's gonna be contact and there's gonna be hands. So you should
Yeah.
be able to finish with the and one.
Mm.
Like, just can't miss and come away with nothing. Because you know they on you. The scouting report is that you're gonna drive left most chances that you get. So you got to anticipate that when you're driving left. And if it's not there, then you got to dish that ball out.
Right.
Just can't go in there and come away with nothing. But we know that he's gonna do well with that.
Well, yeah, they're gonna get better throughout the season, but it was just the fact that they were struggling that early on. That's what was killing me.
Yeah, I wouldn't have minded struggling if it was a game plan, whatever
My
it
heart was
was.
beating because I didn't want to hear Stephen A's mouth. I didn't want to hear it.
Look, Stephen ain't gonna talk. He gonna talk till he blue in the face. But he want this win.
Like he knew what it was, but listen,
as bad as we did, he wanted this win.
So yeah, I got my notes here. Knicks record last year was 37-45, but the year before, 41-31. But if you look at the roster and you look at our roster now, it's like a clear-cut difference. Like, yeah, we got better everywhere, better at center, better at point guard. We had Dennis Smith Jr., Austin Rivers. We had Theo Pinson, Alfred Payton, Frank Ntilikina. And then look what we got now.
Yeah, we got a better roster.
Shouldn't be no problem. To me.
Yeah, I mean, if everybody played to their capability, that's the key.
And then what killed me was halftime. Jalen Rose said there is no difference between the Grizzlies and the Knicks. There's only one big difference is the Grizzlies got Ja Morant. And the only thing that drives me crazy with that is, like, y'all don't got nothing to prove. Like, I want to look at Randall. If I could put them individually and say, so you mean to tell me that you're gonna let Ja Morant just sit there and do that all day long? Or RJ Barrett. So you got a contract extension where it almost seemed like the Knicks didn't want you. And then you let Ja Morant come in game one, knowing that he's gonna try to drop 30 and do that.
Yeah.
And then you look at Jalen Brunson, same thing. Like, you don't got nothing to prove. Like, everybody basically just looked over you.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter as like pride in you and like not even as a team in yourself that y'all gonna let just one player he's great. Like, I like Ja Morant. Playing against the Knicks, I can't like him. But
yeah, I mean, but that was he's containable. He because he's really a one-man wrecking crew. Even though he got shooters, he can throw the ball out to. But he's the guy.
Yeah, but they know they roll. Like with the Knicks, it's like y'all know y'all roles.
Yeah.
But it's like y'all having a hard time facilitating those roles. Like calling a number. The only person number that you don't gotta call and sit there and do a role seems like was Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish was on the ball. He knew when he attacked the basket, you're going with force. He went in for a dunk on the fast break, not some layup. I mean, for Jalen Brunson, he's short. But you went in all pretty and smooth. You shouldn't have did that. You should have went in, tried to get the foul, and went up strong. Like, it's just back to the basics.
Yeah, I mean, guys. I think guys. Well, let's go back to Reddish. Reddish surprised me because remember my whole thing with Reddish was he's not playing with that grit and that force. Too like laid back, cool Joe. That Tibbs ain't gonna go with that. But he came out today.
Hey, cool Joe, come on.
Well, we both Joes. He came out today though, and he proved that I belong here. And even when Grimes come back, Grimes is our guy. Reddish got to be on the floor. For his amount of time, he's got to be in the regular rotation.
Yeah, he got to.
When you can make something out of nothing on those drives to the basket, and in the preseason, I really wasn't too sure about that left hand scoop because it goes way out wide. But he got obviously for him because he's 6'8", he got that scoop under control. So that's a part of his staple. And he got to find time on the court.
And a lot of time, like a lot with that scoop, it looks like they crowd in the paint. So if that's his move when they crowd in the paint and he's successful at it, cool.
Yeah, that's his move. You can tell because he do it too many times for it not.
But Ja Morant was doing it. You know what I mean? Everybody try to adopt it, but if that's his thing, let him do that. Everybody else, y'all need to go back to the basics.
Yeah, that's been a move that's been in the league. That move he uses, that's been in the league for a million years. But the people that use it, usually they were stars. But I know now, I can tell that's part of his, because he knows that he's make a break with Grimes out.
Speaking of that, let's talk about moves. Some of them need some moves. Except Fournier. Fournier got all the moves, but we don't need him to be the mamba.
Look, we need him to shoot.
Randall, I know sounds like I'm coming down on Randall, but he needs some moves. Like he can't just keep doing that fadeaway post move. I
Mhm.
was sitting here first quarter and I was like, yo, Randall, what are you doing? I said, I oughta put the brakes on that boy. You know what I mean?
Listen,
He over there by himself. He don't know what to do. I'd have had that man on skates.
I mean,
You
listen.
all summer long, y'all practicing jump shots. Y'all not hitting y'all jump shots, and y'all not practicing moves neither. So what are y'all practicing?
All right, but let's go back to the jump shots though. You talking about moves? We're gonna live and die with that jump shot. And tonight, if our jumpers was falling, we win this game easily.
Mm.
Because even though we know we still Brunson's main thing is getting to the hole, and he shot a high percentage last year shooting the short shot. But if we hitting our threes at a decent clip, this game is already won. Because
Yeah,
remember I told you in the first quarter we was beating ourselves.
I ain't even mad at Brunson. Matter of fact, I feel like he should have just did what D Rose was doing. You might as well just take it because I don't know what everybody else was looking at. They were sitting there, sad face, acting like they didn't want to be there, or like they just partied with Ja the night before. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, but we got to get him some slack too, because the way I was feeling early in the game, I just knew it was going to change. And when the Knicks started to come around and breathe that life into them, and Rose had his moment where he just made a conscious effort that I'm going to the hole. You know, from the first half to the second half, we were two different teams, and we got to get the Knicks credit for that, because I mean, no credit for losing on the road because you came out too sluggish. But that second half telling me that if Tibbs could kind of harness that energy along with some outside shooting, we're going to be somebody to be reckoned with. Because Randall and RJ are not going to stay down long.
Yeah, they better not.
Nah, Randall was coming. Randall was coming on. You know, he had about maybe 25 or something like that, but he was coming on tonight.
Yeah, they're gonna have us at work looking crazy.
And the referees just took us out the game.
Yeah, I really couldn't take no notes because like my emotions was high. Because I'm like, yo, we need this game. I know John Morant, looking at his storyline and how the NBA wants to go this year, he needed that win. But we needed that win too.
But we sent the message
just to prove that when the lights is on and the cameras is on, we ready. But I just didn't like their demeanor. Like they all looked like they turned into Jalen Brunson. Like only Jalen Brunson came in with that energy. Like I mean business.
Wait, what? What?
I'm talking about, you know how like Jalen Brunson got that demeanor of like seriousness.
Oh yeah, but he didn't play like it though.
No, he didn't play like it, but everybody had that look but Reddish. Reddish was out there. I mean, Randall did get in the paint.
I mean, the
scream,
referee took us out.
Didn't do nothing.
He took Brunson. The referee took Brunson out of the game early. He took Mitchell. They took Mitch out of the game early.
True.
You know, and it was hard to set the tone, but we still even during that time, we wasn't playing like Knick basketball in terms of that New York grit. We wasn't giving that effort.
Yeah, like if I can be objective, it's more so, all right, they was gunning for Mitch. You know what I mean? They was gunning for Hartstein. They were just running right into him, waiting to get the foul call. But at the end of the day, with Brunson and all our guards, if y'all just play straight up defense, you probably wouldn't even have this problem. Y'all playing team defense, but then they running right into your centers, and your centers can't. Hartstein, I don't know what kind of defense is that. Because even when Adams is not there, it's like the ball just hits your hand and you don't even go to grab it. You know what I mean? Little things like that. Like I feel like it's the little things you got to work on.
Well, I mean, that read and react. Yeah, that was a read and react type of a game for him. Because remember, even Jeff Van Gundy had said he was known for protecting the rim with the second unit with the Clippers.
I mean, he stays.
But when people are playing 4 and 5 out,
he stays solid and keeps his hand up to try not to get the foul. But it seems like when he's getting out muscled, when the smaller guard is there, I don't think his back should be hunched over him trying to reach to try to get a steal. No,
yeah, that was bad defense.
You almost probably like 6'11", almost 7 feet. You put your hands up, they got to try harder to get that shot off.
Yeah, but he got it. Yeah, but some of that stuff got to be told, because you don't know, do I play up on the pick and roll or do I go back and guard my man for the lob? But that's something the coaches got to be telling you in that moment.
Yeah, but as passionate as we are, I know you always used to say those coaches on the bench, what are those coaches doing?
Yeah, but I'm saying, but those are situation plays. Remember, Jeff Van Gundy said the same thing. I would not send Hartenstein back on the pick and rolls. I would play him up. Let it be the back man defense rotation responsibility to pick up my man. But let's get the ball out of Ja Morant's hand. Now, you see the time when they did do that with Brunson and RJ off the pick and roll, they got the steal off of Ja Morant.
Right.
And then another time, playing him up, they knocked the ball out of his hand. So, but that's got to be told in the adjustments of the game. So then one of the other questions that I was going to ask too was, did Tibbs coach a good game? Did he? I mean, I think he did. I think he made his adjustments at the end.
See, what's so bad is we on after the show. Usually, I try to see what Wiley and them gonna say and how they break down the tape, because maybe it's something I'm just not looking at. You know what I mean?
We on Wiley's in them times, so we got to break it down. You know, we on that time.
I'm talking about we don't know the plays. I don't know where he was coaching, where he wasn't coaching.
Nah, but we listen. An adjustment. We can honestly say an adjustment on Ja Morant was made because he didn't run amok in the second half.
Nah, but they played better defense in the second half.
Right, as a team defense, because he went back and he made the adjustment.
Yeah.
But the other credit though,
and he was tired.
One of our biggest things this year is coming out in the third quarter, not losing the third quarter. And we won the third quarter, you know, which put us back in the game.
Right.
So that means that we're there. We can do, if our stars are going to play, again, they're only a star on our level. If they're going to be a star on our level every game, we can come out and we can make some noise, because even if you're managing the game, as bad as we were playing in the first half, until it got to the end of the first half, we were in it.
Yeah, we were still in it. Yeah, my only critique was just to make the game simple. Mitchell Robinson with the fouls. He gotta fix that.
Those ain't his fault.
Yeah, it ain't his fault, but even you gotta be smart. Move out the way. But let it go.
You say make the game simple. The first quarter, if we hit those routine open shots that RJ and Fournier was missing.
Yeah, Fournier. But you know why Fournier missed
6-7 of those.
Yeah, we're trying to be Black Mamba in the beginning. Don't act like he checked in. I'm just trying to catch it in the corner and shoot. No, he got the ball. He tried to set up. He telling people to move. He's dribbling off. The first couple of times Fournier got it, it wasn't like he just shot it. He was doing too much.
Yeah, what about RJ?
RJ, yeah, he was shooting like he's supposed to be Fournier. The shots that RJ and Randall got was the shots that Fournier should be taking.
But that's what we say.
They should be taking the people off the dribble.
That's what we say in preseason. The ball got to move. When you're running your offense, RJ should not even be in those spots. Fournier should be in those spots. Like, the ball finds the open man for a reason sometimes.
Right.
And RJ's open for a reason. But we have to run our offense in a way where when those corner shots come, especially to the right side, Fournier is there. However we situate them on the offensive plays, RJ can't always be the ones spotted out there. It's got to be the shooters. If we're not going to get nothing out of our shooters, then everything should just be downhill.
I mean, RJ really wasn't getting no open threes, but Randall was getting open threes.
His first 3 threes in the corner was open all by itself.
I'm talking about they was open, but they were still getting contested.
No, they were not. When you see the replay, RJ's open threes was all alone, and he was missing them. Now, okay, you miss them. But we got to have the ball find the right shooters.
I mean, well, I'm talking about wide open. I'm talking about like Hartenstein. He's supposed to be shooting threes wide open. I'm talking about little stuff. So when I'm saying Hartenstein, like, it was just little stuff.
But we can't put this on.
We don't got a screen behind us to sit here and play the replays. But you can't tell me there was 2 times when you called me. I said, well, he was wide open. Why he didn't just shoot it?
All right, but you didn't. But you're not saying nothing about RJ. We can't put this on Hartenstein though.
No, RJ.
We can't put this on him.
RJ, I'm not even gonna bomb on RJ.
He's got to go on our primetime players. Our primetime players is RJ, Randall, and Fournier.
Shoot, we want to talk about RJ. RJ was like what, 1 for?
No, 13? He was like 3. He was 1 for 9. He was 1 for 9 in the first half. He was like 1 for 5 in the first quarter. He was like 3. He was like 4 for 15 or something for the game, or
Mm.
in that realm. But if you're off, you're off. But you got to you got to at least hit your share of the open shots.
Right.
But again, even with all that said, we got back in it.
Mm.
We got back in it, and then we had a chance to win the game. So for all that in the beginning of the game, it really doesn't mean anything now because we did get back in the game in the second half, and we had a chance to win it at the end. And then the two pivotal points was when Derrick Rose came down and missed a three in transition, that would have put us up one. Maybe that could have been managed better. But again, we got back after going down 9. We got back in it again, and then we had a chance to hit another three to put us up with that Brunson missed in the corner all by itself.
Yeah, when you texted to me, remember I said I wasn't really mad at that because I would have did that too if I was Derrick Rose.
Yeah, right.
I'm forcing it in the paint. I'm taking them off their dribble. They fouling. Now they collapsing on me. I come down. If I hit it, I'm the man. Now, if I hit it, now they really got to guard me. It frees it up for everybody else. Right? It takes everybody out the play. Same thing with Cam Reddish. Now they had to guard Cam Reddish. It made it easier for everybody else. It just so happened Randall fouls out. But like remember, I said, and then I heard John Morant on the mic. He said, that's what we wanted them to do. We took them out their game. They mad. Let it go. This is what we wanted them to do.
Look, we had with 30-something seconds to go, or maybe it was less than that, when our point guard missed the three in the corner all by itself. So that three could have. So it wasn't even 30-something seconds. It was less than that. So that three could have won us the game. The one that Brunson missed, that corner three.
Yeah, he missed.
But now that means they would have came down if we could have got a stop, or they just scored 2. And we could have came down, if not score another 2 or get fouls. Like then you start playing the chess game. So our opportunities was there. They were there to win. And the times that they were there to win, those are times where our big guys could have been the ones to win it for us.
Yeah, it was some pivotal
because
stuff.
we had the wide open shots to do it.
Yeah.
So
Brunson had like 4.
Again, all is not lost.
Yeah, he had like 4 chances to change it around.
Well, that one particular one
got it back.
That one particular one in the corner, that was going to put us up 3. This was tied. So now we up 3 with so many seconds left to go. We have a chance to win this game. But we missed that shot. They went down and scored. And then blah, blah, blah happened. They go back down and score again. But again, the Knicks had a good opportunity to win this game for a first game of the season. Right now, I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them. You got to give Memphis their due for being the type of home team that they are. I think the refs helped them out a little bit, but we can't use that as an excuse. I also think our stars could have stepped up a little bit more because we also lost because of their role players. John Morant was going to get his 30-something points because he takes that many shots.
They hit everything. I don't know. Well, when it comes down to defense, the refs can't help you with that.
Well, look, at one point, John Morant was 8 for 18.
I'm talking about the other players.
Yeah, the other guys.
I don't even know the other guys' names. Well, but they was hitting everything.
Yeah, they were
hand
unknown.
In the face, huh?
Yeah. I mean, for a first game, the Knicks played the first game, but we know that we have to play a complete game to win games. We're not good enough to rest on our laurels when we do something good. We didn't get the IQ effect. We didn't get the Obi effect. We didn't get the Brunson effect. Who else? We didn't like RJ.
There was no back
he did what he had to do on the defensive end today.
I'm talking about there was no back door. There was no alleys. There was no off-ball screens. It was just a high pick and roll.
It was none of that.
And that's it.
None of that. But with all that too, we still almost won the game.
I just watched the interview with Vlad TV and Iman Shumpert, and they was like, who was it? The Suns got beat by the 36ers. What they gonna do in the NBA? I don't know. They might beat us. They might beat us. I don't know.
So I have a question.
What's up?
And then we want anybody in there, if you're still here, to help answer this. Because at one point, Rose was rolling, right? You know, it's about 6 minutes or so to go. So if Brunson don't finish in the close games, I thought Rose should have stayed in because Brunson was struggling. If
Mm.
Brunson don't finish in a close game, is that a knock on him?
Nah, because he's still young.
Yeah. But I thought Rose should have stayed in the game.
If you Brunson and Derrick Rose is coming after you and he stays in the game, then that should tell you something right there. The only reason why he was going to stay in the game because he was taking it to him, which Brunson was doing in preseason. And preseason, I guess somebody must have told him to pass the ball, or maybe he got to get 10 assists or more assists a game. But you know me, I was saying later for that. You go to the hole and you do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, but he also got to set the table because we definitely won't just win with Brunson just going.
You saying set the table, and you saying RJ couldn't hit a three in the corner. He was basically like 1 for 9. What you said, 2 for 15, whatever the numbers are, right? Randall couldn't hit in the first quarter. Who else? Hartenstein didn't even look for a shot.
Yeah, but Brunson was part of his own struggles, though, too.
I'm talking about. I'm just saying that's 3. If Brunson would have just went to the hole and did a little mixy here and there,
well, if he could have, he probably would. Everybody was off their game, so if Brunson probably could have gotten by his man, I'm sure he would have.
Yeah, because now you're just really playing like Kemba Walker after that.
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes you're going to be off your game because sometimes it takes a while to get your handle together, especially on the road. But Brunson came from the West Coast. So when you're coming from the West Coast guys are supposed to be the ones that give you that lift, especially when you go to the West Coast for those 4 and 5 games in a row. You kind of rely on guys that you got from the West Coast. So being that he was in Dallas all these years, you're supposed to give a lift, you know, and that's one thing I was talking about when we first got Randall coming from the West Coast. In the beginning, when we first got him, give us that lift when we got to go west for them dog days, because only the guys that been out there are the ones that really survive. And Brunson didn't give us that today. Now we know what he's gonna be, so we ain't panicking. It wasn't a blowout. When it's a close win, sometimes that's worse because you start all the what ifs start going into effect. You know, but that was the question I was just thinking.
This we ain't get smoked. What the Nets looking like?
Listen, Philly lost. Philly got their hand handed to them from Boston.
No, I'm talking about what the Nets look like.
No. Let's just go back to some of these other teams. LA got their hand handed to them from Golden State. So good teams will be losing in the first couple of games of the season. So the quicker you write your shit, the better off you will be.
I mean, I'm gonna feel good when I go to work. Nets got smoked.
What was the score?
130 to 108.
God, what?
Smoke.
That's crazy. That's
so
crazy.
Any Knicks out there in TV land? we all right.
That's crazy. God. Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? I'm gonna drink to that.
What's that? No.
This is Knicks morning coffee. What you mean what's that? This is Knicks morning coffee at night. So
let's see what they was looking like. Durant dropped 32. Ben Simmons 4. 5 assists.
4 and how many? What was his shot selection? Like 4 to 3 out of 5 or 2 out of? That's.
I really can't even see all these.
Wow.
They're just showing me rebounds, assists, quick stats. Yeah, they ain't do nothing.
Wow, that's crazy. All that talent. But that's why we got to play.
Got somebody else over there. It's only Durant, Irvin, and Simmons.
No, they got a whole team over there. I don't know if everybody's healthy.
Everybody ain't do nothing.
With Seth Curry and Joe Harris.
Pelicans went crazy.
They got guys.
Ingram 28. Williams 25. CJ McCollum 21. Oh, they're gonna be different.
But they got the Nets got a squad though. If they put it together, they do have a squad. I gotta give them that. If it get put together, because you got shooters, you got.
I don't know.
The stars are just taking all the shots. That's got to be what it is.
But if y'all see me at work, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we lost, but we ain't get smoked like the Nets and the Lakers.
Nah, we ain't going by not getting smoked. We had an opportunity. We had good opportunity to win this game, and we did some nice things too in this game. But the big shot,
blame it on the refs. But I blame it on us. We still had chances to win. The refs can't
Yeah.
do everything.
No, we
You know what I
had
mean?
good
They
chances.
still gave us pivotal calls at the end. You know what I mean? What's that call? John Morant when he went
The
to the paint,
offensive foul.
offensive foul.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Good defense on Brunson. You know what I mean? It's
No.
little things like I said, I felt good about it, but I also was worried because we can't be stagnant. Like there's something else got to change. It's like when we talk about football with the Jets, like the game plan got to change. We can't keep running the same thing because for all that, then we could just go get Melo back.
Listen, I
If all we're gonna do is post up and stand at the perimeter and miss, that's what Melo was going through. So what was the difference anyway?
no,
And
I
he ain't
think
have he ain't had Brunson.
no, we gotta look at this too. We gotta look at this too. Whatever our game plan was, they had one too. So I just don't understand how the ball wasn't moving. And sometimes you don't supposed to move. Sometimes
But
the
it's
stars
crazy
supposed to
because
get it.
they game plan when you listen to the mic when they was mic'd up, it almost seems like they game plan was to take us out our game. Mitchell in foul trouble, Randall in foul trouble, Brunson in foul trouble. Like, how is that y'all game plan? He said to him, he said that's what we wanted them to do. That's what we want
Yeah,
them to
but
do.
that's a smart game
So I
plan.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the game plan
Yeah.
was, but it must be we got a team full of hotheads. So
No,
all they do is scream at the refs.
what are ours? That's the thing. That was
Yeah, I
theirs,
wouldn't
but what
even.
are ours?
But at this point now, I would tell them little things, like little things. I don't even want y'all talking to the refs. Nobody talk to the refs. None of y'all superstars. Why is Hartstein talking to the refs? Why is Fournier talking to the refs? So even if the refs were cheating, y'all was doing that last year. Stop talking to the refs. Play y'all game.
That's just today's NBA. Guys make too much money. People make too much money.
Nah.
You know. But I thought from that second half, and I knew coming out of halftime that things was going to change. So this is well, there's no such thing as a moral victory, but this is one of those. If ever one was, come out from the start of the game, play your game.
Mm.
RJ's game is going to elevate. Randall's game is going to elevate. Brunson's game is going to elevate.
Mm.
Right? Then IQ's game is going to elevate. IQ was just lost out there today. It's going to elevate. Obi's game is going to elevate. You know, but Obi has continued to get better when he's on the floor.
And if it don't, call me. I'm ready. Put me in the game. Put me in the game. The Gatorade.
For a first game of the season, the energy wasn't there, but later in the season, the execution was there. So we got something to look forward to for this home opener. When is the home opener? Friday.
Mm.
So we got something to look forward to for the home opener.
Man, Tracy Morgan.
Tracy
Morgan need to go back on Stephen A. show. I gotta see what he's gonna say. He's like, it was last year. It was last year. I was agreeing with him.
Yeah, he was. Everything he said was
made
right.
me mad. Like I'm about to see him tomorrow. I don't even want to. I don't even want to hear
I'm
this
all
dude
right.
now.
I feel all right.
He over here talking about the Nets. Nets got smoked.
Who's talking about the Nets?
Stephen A. Excuse me, y'all.
Oh, I ain't think about Stephen A.
How the mic sounding, y'all? I know y'all left, but how the mic sounding? When y'all come back, y'all let me know in the comments.
All right, so let me ask this other question then. Who could have played more? Even though there was foul trouble.
I think they could have put Jericho Sims for a little bit.
You know what? I thought about that too. Just to shake it up a little bit, but
they could have put Jericho Sims in there. I like why does the rotation have to be that tight to where you can't play somebody else?
I think Hartenstein did okay.
No, I think he did good.
The floaters, like we know now.
You make me feel like I'm just gonna be hard on the Knicks. Like I'm just saying, like this. If I'm going to critique, I gotta tell y'all what I did wrong.
Yeah, but look what he did right with Hartenstein with the three. He had 3 floaters, and three clutch floaters. That's an element we didn't have before. You know, with Mitch and our other backup center. You know, with Noel, we didn't have that before. So he bring an element that we didn't have.
Yeah, but I don't. The only reason why I don't blame him because the things that he's supposed to be doing, we knew we were supposed to lose on defense on the inside, but we were supposed to gain in offense.
We did that.
We didn't gain in offense. He didn't
He
do
gave
nothing.
us offense.
He gave us a little bit of offense that Nerlens Noel wouldn't have did.
Nerlens wouldn't
in
have
the
gave us
paint.
what he gave us.
I'm talking
Nerlens
about in
doesn't
the
give us
paint.
the
That
floater.
little floater, I feel
Nerlens
like
don't give
Shaq.
us that.
I'm talking about. I feel like Shaq. That little ass floater. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, but that means that's what opens things up. Like
No, I want him to go to the.
Give us an element.
No,
in
he
that
was supposed
second
to
unit.
spread the floor when he's out there on the 3-point line.
Okay, but that's gonna come. That's gonna come, Joey.
But the little floater that he do, dunk it. I don't care about none of that. You a big man.
No, give us the floater because that brings the defense out.
Yeah, but get an and one. Get go for three. Don't go for.
We know he's gonna shoot. We didn't get shooting from none of our shooters tonight. So why should he be all blamed on him?
But then his first 3-point shot was hand in the face 3-point shot.
Reddish is the only one who gave us shooting.
Yeah, but
we wasn't expecting that from Reddish.
Yeah, I'm just not taking it easy on them because you can't take it easy on them.
Nah, but you can't. No, but you got to be harder on our stars.
You got to be harder on all of them.
You can't put it on them guys. You got to put it on the
I'm gonna be hard on all of them. Listen,
come on, man.
RJ got but one more time.
No, yeah, but you can't go at.
We got him for 4 more years.
For what
he
they
got
did
but one more time.
The stars didn't even attempt it.
No, they didn't.
So what he gave us offense from the center position that we haven't had in how long? And I really mean how long? From the center position, we never had offense. I mean, Eddie Curry gave us a little bit his first 2 years in the league. We didn't have offense from the center position. He's going to give us offense from the center position.
All right, but I got to see something else than that little floater.
But tonight,
all of them. When I said all of them, I meant all of them got to do something.
So you can't exempt him when nobody gave us 3 points.
Really, the only people I'm exempting is D Rose and Reddish. That's it.
We can't even give D Rose that much because then he played a little bit. We talking about
a little bit, but I'm pretty sure I don't. Maybe they doing risk management. I don't know what they're doing with D Rose.
Yeah, but you can't be that.
But I also said D Rose shouldn't be playing that much. And if you're not gonna play that much, put me
and we also not gonna always win that with that formula. So it seemed like the game was managed to a certain degree. The guys wasn't hitting a wide open shot, but the Knicks wasn't running the way it was going to be running.
So question: preseason was preseason.
That don't count. That's not
so preseason. But you don't think if they wasn't gonna put Derrick Rose in that whole time anyway, do you think McBride could have just came in and got some of the minutes and played defense?
Defense wasn't our problem.
Yes, it was.
How?
Defense was our problem.
Doing in the beginning, if them guys was laid back,
defensive assignments was the worst.
Tibbs' orders to fall back.
I'm talking about, but they defensive. That was Tibbs' orders. Then his play calling was the worst.
No, we talking about defense. Okay, second half he made the adjustment.
Defense was the worst. They man-to-man defense.
Joey, what happened in the second half?
Huh?
Can somebody find the point totals? What the second half differential in points were?
They played better defense.
Way better defense, Joey. We came from 19 down to tie it up and go up 1. That's way better defense.
That's way better. I feel like they was having a field day on us though.
No. Come on. You don't come back from 19
after a while they just stop hitting
and tie it up and go up and have a chance to win if you ain't playing no defense. Because it wasn't our offense that was getting, it was some of our defense off of transition. Offense rather off of defensive transition. So we got to give credit to some of that defense.
We might have to do, I might curse too much. It's a family show. We might have to do one of those watch-alongs when we're watching the game at the same time. So I can call this stuff out.
I ain't raised you like that, boy. I ain't raised you like that. But I thought that was a good game. I wanted that win too. I ain't gonna lie.
I wanted that win.
But now I see
it's hurting my heart. I can't even think because it's hurting my heart.
I can see where we going though. Oh snap! Almost dropped the thing. I can see where we going.
Don't drop like a bad habit.
No, I didn't put it. I didn't secure it. I didn't know how long we'd be on. I can see where we going though. So the Knicks are gonna be all right.
But let's win the next game.
Friday.
What time?
Not sure what time, but the Knicks game is Friday.
7:30. I mean, you gonna be at the game or you don't know yet?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Call.
I mean, if you're not at the game, we're gonna go live again. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We
Yeah.
in here.
Who we got to shout out? Anybody got a shout out?
Nah, everybody left, man.
Okay.
They ain't love us no more. No.
All right.
They were so mad they said time for bed.
Listen, we almost got that. Almost. All right. Till next time.
And if y'all tuning in late, make sure you join in early. Start bringing in some friends.
5 minutes after every game, we coming up.
5 minutes, you making it too strong. You going too hard now.
Let's just see what happens.
Sometimes we gotta see some of the post game a little bit.
All right.
All right.
All right. Peace.
Peace.